Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Penny's Reading Nook. Can you take a guess where I'm at? Do you have any ideas? You're right. I'm at the Patch Office in Spencer, and I have a fun activity and a fun story for you today. The story that I'm going to read for you today happens to be one of my favorite types of books. Do you have any idea what that might be? Because I love books, and so I have lots of different favorite books. But this particular series, we're going to call it a series of books, happens to be my favorite. And you know what it is? I bet if you're in my class and you're listening right now, you'll know what it is. Oh, I believe I heard somebody say it. It's our homemade class books. Oh, I love class books. They're wonderful. That's all there is to it. They are absolutely wonderful. And at my class of building blocks on Wednesdays, we do different things each Wednesday. Like the first Wednesday of the month, that's our cooking Wednesday, and a lot of the times we make a mess, but you have to make a mess when you're cooking, right? And we know it always tastes better when we help our family do it. So the first Wednesday is always Cooking Wednesday. The second Wednesday of the month is called our Kindness Wednesday, and my class has a kindness project that they've been working on. And I kind of keep that secret. What we're doing is we're learning to do something nice for other people without expecting anything in return, because it makes our heart feel happy and full when we do something nice for someone. And so the second Wednesday of every month, we have this project that we work on. Then the third Wednesday of every month is our class book. We make a class book, and like I said, I love doing the class books. And then finally, our fourth Wednesday of the month is called our directed drawings. And then what's that, you might ask? Well, we'll just pick out something to draw, and we do it step by step. I will draw it, and I might say, okay, the first thing we need to do is we need to make an oval. Get out your red crayon and make an oval. We would make an oval, and you just add steps, and we follow along, and we all make it at the same time. The children absolutely love the directed drawings. And the last one we did was a directed drawing of a ladybug. The ladybugs were awesome. I have them on my door at work. But enough about that. Let's get back to what the third Wednesday of the month is, and that was our class book. So last month in April, our kids made up the book, and we titled this book Drive. And Miss Pam, she is the one that made our book cover, and I think she did an awesome job with the book cover, didn't she? Might want to hold it up. It's got a little bit of glare on it, because I always laminate them so they'll last us longer. Okay, and I have class books from years and years and years, and it's always cool to kind of look back at them and read them. So without anything else, let's just go ahead and get started, right? Right. All right, this book is called Drive, and it is told and illustrated by Joey, Nevaeh, Bryson, Noah, Addie, Reese, Landon, Campbell, Holden, Aaliyah, Asher, Everett, Chris, Lucas, Jameson, Hunter, and Fallon. And we wrote this book April 21st, 2021. I hope you enjoy it. Let's drive to Toys R Us so we can buy a robot. It's like a thing that can talk. Joey, and that's his car. Let's drive to the park so we can go on the swings. Nevaeh. Let's drive to Africa so we can find some baby animals like an orangutan and pet them. Bryson. He chose a red car. Ooh, let's drive to Orange Beach so we can play with the beach balls. Noah. Let's drive to the ice cream store so we can buy vanilla ice cream. Addie. Let's drive to Charlottesville so we can go to the hotel and watch TV. Reese. Let's drive to McDonald's so we can get some chocolate milk and chicken nuggets. Landon. Let's drive to Parkersburg so we can go to the building to get snacks. Campbell. He chose a purple car. Oh, let's drive to the zoo so we can go inside to see a lot of different animals. Holden. Let's drive to the park so we can play on the airplane. Aaliyah. Sounds like a fun thing to do today, doesn't it? Let's drive to the pond so we can go fishing to catch a big fish. Asher. Let's drive to Burger King so we can get chicken nuggets with ranch and French fries and Sprite. Everett. Let's drive to the water so we can drink it. Chris. Let's drive to school so we can work and look at books. Lucas. He chose a yellow car. Oh, let's drive to my home so we can play with my toys because I have a lot. Jameson. Let's drive to Rural King so we can buy a bubble blower and a shovel. Hunter. You can never have too many shovels, right? And Hunter chose a green car. Let's drive to Walmart so we can buy pizza, pancakes, and a book. Fallon. The end. Wasn't that a great book? I mean, come on. A class book. It's awesome. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk you through the book and the way we made it, okay? We started off with, I just traced out a simple outline of a car, and the boys and girls got to pick out what color car they wanted, and then they had to cut out their windshield and cut out the grill for their cars. And I have a set of stickers that are eyeball stickers that I bought at Craft 2000, back when we had Craft 2000. And Miss Pam and I bought quite a few of those. So we like to use those for quick projects like this. And I think just by the way the boys and girls cut out their car and by the stickers that they choose, their car takes on a personality all of its own. And I think that's what makes the books unique and different and special, because there'll never be another book just like this one anywhere. And so that's what I think makes it so special. And like I said, pay kind of close attention to the way they cut out their car and the way they placed the windshield, the way they placed the grill and their eyeball stickers. Like I said, each one takes on their own personality. I think they're very cute. And if you heard me kind of chuckle, I thought it was funny. Well, when we get to it, I'll explain a little more. And I kind of, after I traced out the car and I was looking through some different things, it kind of almost has a Tow Mater drive. You know what I mean? From the Cars movies, an old Tow Mater, the tow truck, kind of has his shape and kind of his look. And I think that's funny. Like Campbell's right here, he had to drive to Parkersburg. And by the looks of his eyes, looks like traffic was really bad in Parkersburg, and he'd had enough, right? And poor Aaliyah's tires, she was on the airplane and her tires are out flat. She's having to take a break. She needs a rest. And there was Everett's. His kind of looks like a little bit like a truck with a short bed on the back of it. So like I said, just by the way they do the cutting and placing of the windshield and the grill, They all take on their own personalities. Now, this one here of Lucas's, look at the eyeballs. And he's choosing to go to school, to work, and look at books. And I just think these are hilarious, guys. Now, with all of that being said, I have a couple of activities that kind of go along with this book. And the first thing I want to talk about is maybe you guys could make a family book at home. The same thing we did. And what I did was I told each one of the boys and girls, okay, we're going to drive somewhere. So let's drive to ... And you decide where you want to drive. And then when you get there, what are we going to do? So let's drive to ... So we can ... Right? Right. Well, with summer coming on, and maybe people are going to get ready to maybe start taking some vacations, I think this is a good time to make this family book. All you need to do is get out your colored paper, your crayons, your markers, your scissors, your white paper, and just go wild with your book. Just kind of have like a family book night, okay? And one evening, you're going to sit down and you know what? Everybody in the house is going to make a book. You design your own car, you figure out what you want your car to look like, and then you decide where are you going to drive to and what are you going to do when you get there. If you need your parents or an older brother or an older sister to do the writing, have them write it on the paper for you, okay? Then design the cover of your book. What are you going to call your book? Put that on there. Now, at Building Blocks, I happen to have a book binder, but there are lots of different ways that we can put books together. And I want to show you a few ideas, okay? One idea is you can go and get a simple 3-ring binder. You probably already have one at home that you do your schoolwork in, right? Right. And then you can get the dividers. And what you could do is this could be the cover of your book. You design what your cover is going to be. You draw it on there. And then you would get a hole punch. And then you could punch holes in your paper and put it there in your storybook. If you didn't want to do it that way, you could get these things right here. They're called sheet protectors. You can find them at Dollar Tree, Walmart. You can find them at several different stores. You can slide your paper in theirs if you don't want to punch holes in them. Just slide the paper in that and then put it in your book. Put it in your binder. And each month you could have a family book night, just like at Building Blocks. The third Wednesday of every month is Book Wednesday. Do that at your house. Make the third Wednesday at your house book night. Okay, guys, we're turning off the TV. We're turning off our tablets. Let's sit down and let's make a book. So that's one way you could do it, all right? Another way you could do it is you've got your paper here. You could use yarn. And you could take a piece of the yarn, put it through the hole, and tie a knot in it. That would be a way that you could put your book together. Okay, let's see if I can get that together. There. Another way you could do it, you've got these little things they're called brads. And you put it in there. It looks like my hole might be bigger than my brad this morning, huh? You put it through the hole and then you fold the little pieces down. There's a way you can make your book. You could also staple your book closed. And here I have this little ring. It's almost like a key ring, but it opens up differently than a key ring. You could slide it in. That's a way you could close your book. So see, there are all different kinds of ways that you can close and make your book. So don't let, because I don't have a book binder, stop you guys from making a family book, okay? And like I said, years later, get this book back out. Get your binder back out and look and say, you know what? Look at that book we made in May. Oh, wasn't that such a good book? And it's a keepsake. And I think you all should try it. All right, well, I've got one more project. I know I've been kind of long-winded this time around, but it's good stuff, right? Right. And our last project we're going to do some recycling again. Everybody's got, I'm sure, some empty toilet tissue tubes around their house, right? Right. Just say, and if they're going in the trash, say, wait, Mom, I've got something I've got to make out of that. Don't throw it away. And then you get that out. You're also going to need some paint and maybe some empty bottle lids. So instead of throwing them in the trash, let's reuse them for an art project. Well, you're going to take your toilet tissue tube and your recycled lids and some paint, and you are going to make your very own fancy car for your little people or little things that you have at your house. This one is for my little Paw Patrol, Sky. You want to see her? Vroom, vroom. She's ready to take off in her car. And like I said, they're just little finger puppets that I got at the store. The kids like to play with them. But if you have some little action figures at home, you can make a car for those. So, but you do have to have a grown-up for some help, okay? The first thing you have to do is you're going to make a U on top of your toilet tissue tube, okay? And then you'd want to take, this is where you have to have a grown-up's help. They might have a thing called like a box cutter knife or a pair of sharp scissors, and you're going to cut out the U shape. And you see that I already did that beforehand, okay? So you cut out that U shape, and this again has to be the part where a grown-up helps. And then you pull the cardboard back up, and then you have, now this is not a very big hole, then you have the car seat. That's where your person's gonna sit, okay? And then get out your paint and your paintbrushes and decorate your car. Well, Sky, I thought she would like a purple car with burgundy wheels with silver stars on them. And then I put a little moon on there because, hello, her name is Sky. So I drew a crescent moon on my car. Once your paint's dry, then you can take your markers and you can decorate them however you want. You see that? I think that's kind of cute. And then again, her name is Sky, so I got my star stickers. And then you can just take and put your star stickers all over your tissue tube. Do you have to make yours just like mine? Nope. You design your own car for your own little figures you might have. You might have like the little Batman or Spider-Man or Superman. You can make your own Batmobile if you'd like. Just go wild with it and use things that you would already have around the house, like empty bottle lids and an empty toilet paper tube. All right? So, I think that's a lot of fun, don't you? And then, watch out, she's coming around. Whoa, there she goes. See how fun was that? You don't need to go buy a Hot Wheel. All you need is an empty toilet tissue tube and some lids. Well, I think that's probably enough for me today. I hope you try some of these things at home, and I'll see you next time, boys and girls. See you later, alligator. Mwah.